Doubleheader case tournament, doubleheader the list. Make sure you guys smash the leading crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more on us. We're going to be looking at Refined's doubleheader case tournament with just what list were posted. A lot of people just keep their list quiet because, you know, there's a big event this weekend that, you know, they hope they have a chance at. Shifty Eyes. Take your victories where you can get them. Alright, so the first list we have here is Radiant Typhoon, sporting off all three powerful X-Stravs in here. The fact that, you know, X-Strav is still the generic powerhouse draw monster, sporting a deck like this is good. You got the Triple Fallen and Virtuous. Also got Triple Crown in the side deck. It's very interesting to see, you know, actually Crown being tucked away in the side deck. I've also got access into Purges as well. So, I mean, kind of take your victory laps where you can get them with a list like this, because having access to, you know, this card is very, very, very fun. I think that's one of the reasons why we like this deck, right? Next up, we have some Lunalight action. Remember, this is supposed to be the boogie woogie man of the format, because slapping down not one, not two, but three of them boss monsters is probably going to get you, you know, crying in there. Get a lot of people in the room crying in the parking lot in their car because they can't do anything about it because, you know, people aren't respecting this card. Well, we're back in a position in this format where, you know, players, if you're just not going to respect this card, you deserve to lose to it. I'm not saying that, like, you have to dedicate an out to it, but, like, I truly hope that you have a game plan for this, because I feel like more and more players are just going to take the Lunalight challenge and they're just going to take this deck and just have their game plan set up and go. One Serenade Dance is fine. Going with the triple heavy poly in the main deck, I also feel like this is fine at this point. You need to rely on these cards to be able to, you know, go. And it tends to do a really good job at it. Next up, holy moly. This is probably one of the most basic Draco Tail list that you can kind of find at the moment. You know, triple fallen a white. You're not playing the other Albaz in this list, which I guess is fine. I mean, you're not going to be rolling up and doing anything really too crazy with it anyway, and it hurts your chances of actually opening up it as a starter. So it's just like you maximize this as a 3-of and kind of call it a day with getting your starters to go. Going with the 2 Branded Fusion, which is fine. Only 2 Fallen and Virtuous in the deck. I feel like they wanted to keep it to the clean 40. You know, you want to be optimized, you want to be able to go, and if you can get the nice consistency that you want, it's good. Also, dear old Titaniaclad in here doing his job is really, really nice. Got to have that big old out. Next up here, we have Tearlaments. Man, how do people still manage to try to make this deck work in the big 2025 or 2026 now, actually? I see we're playing Grasslook Screener in here. That's an interesting tech choice, but I can understand why you're still kind of relying on this card to kind of get some mill set up and go. See that we are playing the mini package because getting access to a negate is going to be kind of funny. It's crazy to me because, like, you know, no Bahamut Sharks, so you don't get the free initial setup, which kind of stinks. Outside of that, I mean, Super Poly's going to get the job done for board breaking. You are relying on, like, the Horus setup stuff in here, which is good. And then, of course, you know, King of the Swamp's got to be your little subber so that you can basically just make, you know, make your boss monster and effectively go. Interesting. And then we have more of the branded Draco Tail. Once again, I mean, you see the optimization choice here of we want to go with Triple Fallen of White because, you know, 3 of these is going to be particularly good enough to get things going. You've also got the Triple Fallen and Virtuous. See, this list did the switcheroo where, you know, you want to be able to 2 and 1 is going to be the same result. It's just, I feel like you just want to have that extra piece to see it, you know. I don't know, it's just me. Having the end board piece just feels a little bit better. Once again, you do see the triple double Cyclone. I think this is going to be a tech choice of tech choices this weekend, man. Being able to slam this card on the table and just rip apart your opponent's field is going to be one of the nicest feelings that you're going to get in this format. And it's going to be a great time when reality comes a knocking to people. And then our last list is Rescue Ace Fiendsmith. Interesting. The fact that they're going with all 3 engravers is kind of crazy. You know, the one quick attacker. Unfortunately, quick attacker is not exactly the card that you kind of expect it to be. You know, it's just kind of like, oh, hey, you know, he's here, but like he doesn't do much. And obviously, you're putting more of an emphasis on the Fiendsmith stuff at this point. You know, the Fiendsmith stuff's job is just to be able to kind of clear things up and go. And I think that's, I guess, fine. You've got to have an end board piece. And I mean, like, you definitely, you got one for what you want to be seeing. Also, you know, Retaliating Seas, all the anti-fun stuff is looking pretty good. So that's everything we have for the first of the 2 tournaments. Now, as we shift gears here, we go into the second one. Oh, hey, look, starting things off here, we finally get to see some gosh darn Vanquish Soul. So, you know, what in the world are players actually coping on to try to make this deck, well, you know, actually working? Well, I mean, going with the triple impulse, the one fire attacker is going to be pretty decent start here. I hate to say this, but like, you just have to rely on having the extra fire monsters. Now, I mean, Holly Sue got, you know, punted, but that's fine. I mean, this card says draw 2, discard 1. So as long as I'm able to dig further into the deck to try to find those additional resources so that, you know, I can kind of feel like I'm getting a game plan set up and go, I'm 100% fine with just getting that and going. It honestly works out a lot better than you actually think it does. Next up here, we have more Vanquish Soul. Wow, all the Vanquish Soul. Just decided to roll up into the second tournament. You do see we're going with 2 chaotic elements to splice away from the pain of the case K9 to 1. I think one of the big little tech choices on this list, though, is the fact that you've got triple Eradicator in the side deck. How they managed to make this work is just truly a work of art, man. And it also proves that, you know, this card being one of those little, you know, auto win buttons in certain matchups means that you're going to have to watch it. I don't know if this is going to be a recurring theme for the 300th YCS, that, you know, maybe some virus cards are going to end up being very, very powerful. It's highly possible. The viruses are some of the most devastating cards we've got in the game, and EEV still being unchecked in, you know, this day and age makes it a super powerful card. Next up, we have more Vanquish Soul. So much Vanquish Soul. Now, this list actually was playing a copy of Kurikara. It's kind of interesting, going with a little bit of the extra little slice of life stuff. You know, just kind of generally clean up. Also, we do see, you know, Lister starting to play the dog around. Finally, somebody's starting to respect the fact that we've got Lunalights running around in the background. It's really, really nice to see that, you know, people don't want to actually lose the game. Next up here, ooh, we have the Lightswarm pile with Buio. Oh my god. The fact that, you know, you get to see this. But we're also playing the triple holding legs. Return all set spell and trap cards on the field to the hand. Banish this card from the graveyard, target set card in your opponent's. It cannot be active. Oh my god. That's frickin' hilarious. Alright, well, this clearly wins an award for being some of the most creative Yu-Gi-Oh! That I have seen thus far. And then we've also got more Draco Tail. You see the Magistus build playing the Zorowa because, you know, this Spenta and friends. Getting you turbo access into the level 8 is good. We're also playing Zorowa, the Calamity down here as well. I mean, getting your immediate blow up setup into this is going to be quite nice. You also do have access into the Invader of Darkness, which, you know what? If you can get all of the pieces together, you're going to be pretty good to go. And then last but not least here, we have more Vanquish Soul. How much Vanquish Soul do you want to see, man? because that's all this experience is. It's how much Vanquish Soul can you shove into a deck list and actually make work out. Also, only play 1 Chaotic Elements. Yeah, who needs it, man? You're able just to kind of get set up and go. But truly outside of that, there's not a lot else to talk about here. So please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back there and dig it. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.